Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Man's body found in robbery. Investigators in St. Catherine North Police Division are probing the death of a man whose body was found on Tuesday morning in the robbery in St. Catherine. He is Bradley Basirage, 19-year-old, of Riverton Spanish Town in St. Catherine. The police say about 8:45 a.m., a passerby stumbled upon the body. The police were called, and upon their arrival, Bradley's body was seen with the hands and feet bound. The body had what appeared to be gunshot wounds. One of the man's relatives said that he was last seen alive on Sunday and said that he was going on an errand. "We did not know where he was going, but sad to know that's how it end," the relative stated. Suspects in deadly Manchester robbery charged under new Firearms Act. Commissioner of Police Major General Anthony Anderson says the four suspects intercepted following the December 9 armed robbery and double murder at a supermarket in Porus, Manchester, are among persons charged under the new Firearms Act. The commissioner made the disclosure while touring the Manchester Police Division on December 20. The new Firearms Act, which was implemented recently, allows for persons who commit breaches to be sentenced to 15 years or more in prison if convicted. The commissioner noted that the four suspects who appeared before the gun court yesterday have been remanded until February 2nd next year. He added that over 30 prime targets were captured in Manchester under Operation Relentless.
4 persons that were held were taken to court this morning, and they have been charged an indictment for 3 particular offenses: possession, stockpiling, and trafficking of firearms. Of course, the latter 2, that's the stockpiling and the trafficking, is under the new Firearms Act, new offenses, and it is good to see that they're already starting to impact this scourge of illegal firearms. Just getting the indictment is a good step, and I think criminals should take note that they're on notice to be charged with offenses that attract upwards of 15 years. There is a wider investigation that is ongoing. Obviously, once one of our members is involved, we pay particular attention to that, because whether they're a member or they're not a member, as long as they're a criminal, we're going to deal with them in the same way. But for a police officer, if he's involved in crime, that's even worse. That's a betrayal of not only the force, but of the country. The Manchester team has been working hard and have detained or captured 35 named persons under normal policing methods, and they'll be charged for offenses of murder, charged for offenses of illegal possession of firearm and other firearm offenses and other crimes, and for robbery. There is a significant anti-robbery initiative underway in Manchester. There is an anti-robbery task force that has started to give us results in the parish. So at all times we use every single policing method available to us to get the results we get.
Number of people taken into custody during major anti-gang operation in Riverton, St. Andrew, increases to 4. The number of people taken into custody during a major police operation aimed at dismantling gangs, which began in Riverton, St. Andrew on December 19, has increased to 4. Assistant Superintendent of Police attached to the Specialized Operations Branch, ASP Saman, made the disclosure, noting that there is ongoing gang war in the space and that residents are fearful. ASP Saman said his team will not relent in the quest to rid the community of gangs and criminal activities. He said the operation will continue until it is no longer necessary. ASP Saman said residents have embraced the operation.
We're executing a series of joint operations within the space, targeting the most vicious gangs in Jamaica, and St. Andrew South falls under that scope. We're getting the criminals, the gangsters, out of the space, and we'll continue to do so until we have dismantled every single gang in Jamaica. So we have gang conflicts within the space. St. Andrew South, we have the Blingers gang, the Blue Windows gang. These members are vicious, they are violent, and we continue to target them as specialized operation and as a joint effort within Jamaica. The residents have took us in with open arms in the Riverton space here. They have acknowledged the issue that there is an ongoing conflict within the space, and they are pleased to see the security forces here doing what they're doing, executing our foot patrols, and the members are also highly motivated within these communities. And we're not just We won't be just in the Riverton space. We're a crime-fighting joint initiative all over Jamaica, and we will continue to do so.
Informant in the case of the fiery death of a homeless man to get $500,000 reward. The Minister of Local Government will this Christmas hand over $500,000 reward to a noble Jamaican for providing information which led to the arrest of the persons who allegedly set a homeless man on fire in August. Lionel Johnson died on August 29 at the Kingston Public Hospital as a result of injuries sustained in the incident. 5 teens from the Fletcher's Land community were charged on October 5th for Johnson's brutal murder, which took place along Hero Circle. Local Government Minister Desmond McKenzie condemned the murder of Johnson, who was well known to the Kingston and St. Andrew Poor Relief Department, which regularly supported him with food and boarding at the Church Street night shelter. Based on a loyal, committed Jamaican who saw what happened, who was bold enough and went to the police and gave a statement, 5 youngsters were arrested and charged. I am now in receipt of a letter from the police advising of that, and shortly, this noble Jamaica will receive the reward, Mackenzie said on Tuesday. Salary payment for Southeast Regional Health Authority employees delayed. Employees of the Southeast Regional Health Authority has been advised that there will be no disbursement of salaries yesterday, as was anticipated. The information was reportedly communicated via an email from the Ministry of Health and Wellness late Monday, and concern raised by Jamaica Civil Service Association's President O'Neill Grant during a Zoom discussion with Southern Eastern Regional Health Authority staff on Tuesday morning. Yes, salaries will be delayed. We're trying to pay them tomorrow, the Regional Director Errol Green said when contacted by reporters. Grant told more than 250 participants on Tuesday's Zoom call that the union has been trying without success to get an update on why the advisory was issued. I'm yet to get an explanation. I need to get that to say, well, this is what we have been told. I've been asking them, what assurances are we about getting our salaries today? We are not going to hear the same story, Grant said. Those are the kinds of questions I have been asking on my members' behalf, because I don't want to be on the one to tell you that it has not been paid, because that's not what we want to do. We want to say that we have learned that it has not been paid, and we have gotten the assurances that it will be paid, he added. In the same breath, he criticized the Finance Ministry, noting that it has been ineffective in its communication, even as it implements a new compensation system for public sector workers. He said that the union has borne the brunt of the criticism from public sector workers and has asserted that it will now go to the offense in changing the negative narrative. A week ago, Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark reported that there would be errors with some salaries this week amid growing anxiety over the outcome of the implementation process. No matter what the computer might generate next week, and I tell you from now, the computer might generate in some cases an observated or an error, we want you to take comfort and confidence in the assurance that we have given on script in front of a TV camera, in front of a radio microphone, in communications online, and right here, live and direct, that there is a minimum net increase that every member of the public sector will receive, and the amount is 20% on a net basis, he said then. The 20% increase covers 3 years implementation period. St. Catherine man accused of murder pleads guilty to gun charges. A St. Catherine man who was recently captured after being on the run for almost 2 years in connection with a 2020 murder has pleaded guilty to gun charges and was remanded for sentencing on February 2nd. Dennis Mondell on Friday pleaded guilty to prohibited weapon and dealing in prohibited weapon following the seizure of a firearm during an operation at a premises in St. Catherine on December 2nd. A woman, Celine Clark, who was found at the premises, was also arrested and similarly charged, but was granted $300,000 bail. She is to return to court on February 20. The 38-year-old man, who is also known as Ginseng, of Spanish Town Road, Kingston 13, was also charged with murder. According to police reports, about 2:20 p.m. on Christmas Day in 2020, 21-year-old Romaine Atkinson was assisting a neighbor with dinner at Warwick Crescent, Kingston 13, when Mondell and another man approached and opened gunfire, hitting Atkinson multiple times to the head and upper body. Mondell escaped and was on the run until the time of his capture. The court date is not yet set for the murder case. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the